Welcome to the show!
Are you lighting dumpsters on fire?
Last night was bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days.
It's a joke, you idiot.
He's like, oh, it was great. We used to live in the subway tunnels.
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm Dylan Krasinski, coming at you live from a beautiful day in Brooklyn. The Christmas episode, baby. Jingle bells, huh? Bells will be ringing. Dude, that's stuck in my head. That's going to be stuck in my head all day. People are singing. Is that how it goes?
No, that's not
a fucking idea.
I would love it to be stuck in your head with the wrong lyrics.
Oh, what a nightmare. Well, anyway, people, the candles are lit and we're ready to have a good time. And you've already heard his voice. We got a special guest host today. No Kerrigan. He had to take a trip up to the North Pole and work a little bit for Santa. Get those... Get those packages ready for Christmas. No, he's out of town right now. He'll be back though. He'll be back. And but yeah, filling in today, the big dog,
Friend of the pod,
returning guest. I would say maybe a fan favorite here, huh?
Well, of myself, yeah.
Of yourself and all the people listening. My friend and yours, Mr. Ray Zawodni, everybody.
I thought it was going to be like a cheer sound effect that you were going to hit, and you didn't.
Oh, you have it. Yeah, dude. Come on, buddy.
Oh, I've listened to this right now will be the third episode of your podcast I ever listened to.
Oh, because you only listen to the episodes you're on? Yeah.
Is that narcissism or me just trying to make sure I don't sound like a complete asshole or incriminate myself with the stories that I've told on here?
I think it's narcissism, but you're couching it in a way of being like, I'm just trying to be, look out for myself. It's narcissism.
It is narcissism.
But it's okay. I would do the same thing.
You know what? I'm not one that is normally a Christmas guy, but for some reason this year there was something in the air. I'm excited for Christmas.
Dude, I'm excited for Christmas.
But you're a Christmas guy.
No, I'm a Halloween guy. We've talked about this on the pod. I love Halloween. I like Christmas.
I love Halloween too. I'm more of a Halloween guy than a Christmas guy.
Halloween's the best, better movies, but this is the Christmas episode. So, all our Christmas love. I mean, Ray's got a nice little fucking Irish cocktail right there.
No, I just got here with a Mighty Oak coffee. It was half full, and I'm feeling a little hungover because I've been on a 3-day bender, and I saw you had some makers up there, so I figured
top it off.
Yeah, let's
topper.
Let's get into the spirit.
I like it. Dude, what were you saying? You had a bad Irish coffee last night?
I did. I went to Patty McGuire's, which is like a great bar in New York in general, but they really do it up for Christmas. They have all the decorations.
Really nice. Really nice.
And it's a great date spot if if you're looking to.
I brought a couple dates there in the past.
Wait, have you really?
Yeah, dude. Remember you guys were at Patty's one time and I was seeing that girl? This is like a year and a half ago. A year ago maybe, and I brought her there and you all were like, what's her problem? Do you remember that?
Oh, did you bring her to like a hang?
Yeah. Well, like we were in the area. We like got dinner in the area or drinks or something. And you were like, come by.
It's when we were there when Colin's album came out.
Yes, dude. And I wanted to stop by and I was like, oh, let's swing by and have a drink.
Oh, dude, she was such a bitch.
She was a little unpleasant.
She brought down the vibes.
And, oh, God, I got so many texts the next day.
Well, I'm somebody that I'm such a people pleaser that when I'm around somebody that's new, I want them so bad to feel comfortable around the group. Yeah. So I was trying with her, and she was just shutting me down.
I mean, we stayed for 15 minutes, maybe.
She was like Russian or something.
I mean, let's not, give away who it is on the pod. I'm sure she's an avid listener. But
I fucking doubt it. I'm surprised she hasn't been a guest already.
We'll bring anybody on. You know what it is? But that was so weird, dude. That was a weird.
That was weird of you. You did that.
You asked me to come, and I go, I'm on a date, and you were like, I don't care, dude. Come through. And I walked in, and it was you, Colin, Donnelly. I think Murphy was there, and you're all just sitting at a table, and I was like, "Hey guys."
well, it was Colin's girlfriend at the time too was there, and she was trying really hard to make this woman feel comfortable, and this Rocky and Bullwinkle villain just wanted no part of hanging out with us. I was like, "What are you having to drink?" She was like, "Alcohol."
No,
and I was like,
"Okay."
Did
not sound like that.
I'll go fuck right off, lady. Well, you know what?
Oh, buddy.
And if you shouldn't have listened to me.
I know. I realize that. We've been friends now long enough where when you don't say things in my best interest. You say things that you want me to do because it will be fun for you, or, but it's not going to be in my best interest. Bringing that girl a date to that hang at a bar, an Irish bar where, like, hey, they don't really have sinks in the bathrooms. Not ideal. Like, and in my drunken state, I was like, oh, my friends are around the corner. You want to go see them? This was not a first date either. This was like a 6th date,
Well, and it was Drunk Ray that was texting.
Oh, yeah, it was problematic.
Drunk Ray wants to watch the world burn sometimes, but in a good way. Like the Joker. Joker was having fun doing it.
Dude, he's giggling the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, So you were at Patty's last night, right? You got a bad fucking drink.
A bad drink, and it's just, my only problem with that is they don't hook it up.
What do you mean?
They don't give you, like you're sitting, like, I think, like, the Irish bar etiquette is the buyback after 3 drinks.
Okay,
I don't think that they were giving me proper buybacks.
I've noticed. I think they're banned in New York. We just talked about this like 2 pods ago, maybe last week's pod. I think buybacks are banned in New York.
Well, I get them at other bars all the time, which I'm not going to tell you the bar on the podcast.
Yeah,
I don't want to incriminate.
Don't announce them, dude.
My favorite fucking bar.
Well, I know which bar it is.
I know you know.
In Astoria?
Yeah.
Okay. So go there for the buy box. Yeah, I'll cut it in post.
But it was nice to go out, because what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to stay away from the rat race for a couple weeks and trying to do some things that are actually Christmassy, which I don't normally do. And I had such a great time.
You going to see the tree?
Yeah, I'm going to go see the tree.
With your lady?
Yeah, and go
Okay,
see the lights
nice.
at Macy's.
That's fun.
Do you want an invite?
No. I'm going to go by myself. That will be enjoyable. Gonna go look at the fucking tree.
Well, that's so. I mean, I would rather go by myself than just be a random third wheel.
Yeah. I mean, when you refer to it that way, is like I'm tagging along. I thought maybe like me and you would go as friends, and like maybe we'd see your girlfriend there. I don't know.
Oh, so she would be the third wheel.
Yeah,
dude. Well, that's
just
actually
buddies.
That's actually what would happen, because I would be trying so hard to make you feel comfortable there.
I know.
Like I did with your Russian girlfriend.
Oh, come on, dude. Not my girlfriend.
I do not like these people.
It's not far off from what she said. Anyway.
Hey, man. Really?
No, she didn't say anything about you. She barely recognized your existence.
That's true. She didn't like me.
It didn't last. Did not last. But, nice lady. Wish her the best. I wish him the best.
I wish you the best.
Wish you the best.
Was that what he said about Ghislaine?
Yeah. I mean, you can't get funnier.
My friend had the perfect
Good people. Wish you the best.
My friend had the perfect take on that.
Yeah.
He said that the problem with that one wasn't that Trump is like a piece of shit and was rooting for these pedophiles and assholes. It's just that he's so rich and dismissive that he just wanted whoever was talking to him to leave him alone. He was like, yes, I wish him the best anyways.
Yeah, get out of my face. Thank you. Goodbye. If you're going to cough like that, get out of the room.
Has he said that?
Oh, my God. That's the funniest one. Are you kidding me?
I never saw it.
Oh, my God. I'm going to pull it
Are you
up.
pulling it up?
Yeah, we got clips, people. Hey, listen, this is something we've talked about for a while, but I figured out how to do clips. We're going to be doing some clips. We got exciting stuff coming in the new year. But, hey, tell me about this bad cocktail that we've been fucking hinting at for this.
I mean, it's not
shitty.
It's not that much of a story.
No,
It's just
I don't know.
it was just a lukewarm coffee. It felt like it was sitting out of like when you have a coffee that's been sitting there too long, like the one that I have right now. But it was $15.
Oh,
which I think is too much for a drink.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
It's crazy the prices of stuff right now.
I'm sorry. Let me see this fucking.
You want to see this?
Yeah, I never saw this before.
You never seen this?
This is one of his bests.
It's so goddamn funny. Okay, we're gonna play it. If you're listening, watching at home. Oh, great! We got a fucking YouTube ad.
Because you don't pay for YouTube Premium.
No. Hey, if we're gonna do clips a lot on YouTube, we might
have to wipe your nose.
We might have to.
Wipe it near.
Or you might have to set them up.
Yeah, set them up. Also, you know what I hate? You know what I hate? When you try to find a goddamn clip, and
it's a clip
just like
reaction.
a commentary of the guy coughing.
It's just like a dude. No, have you ever seen it when it's just like a dude in his bedroom? Like you find a clip of, you're like, oh, I want to see this dunk by LeBron James where he puts his balls on a dude's face.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
amazing. And then you click on the picture of like it, and you don't see that it said like reaction, and it's just some dude in his dirty ass apartment.
And he's like, if you guys saw LeBron James dunk last night, it was crazy.
Make sure to rate and review, subscribe.
I mean, now you're just quoting us. Fuck, dude. I'm so mad that this is not coming
We
up.
probably should have had this set up before.
I know.
Have to wipe your nose. Don't wipe it near this guy.
I'm also very much of a germaphobe.
And if you cough during an interview,
But at some point, I hope they get it because it's a fantastic financial statement.
prepare to be thrown out like a used Kleenex.
And let's do that over. He's coughing in the middle of my answer.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like that, you know?
You're chief of staff.
If you're going to cough, please leave the room.
You never saw that before? No. Dude, it's so funny. If you're going to cough, please leave the room.
Not some intern.
Okay, we don't need to fucking hear this lady talking about it.
This lady, I think that's Barbara Walters.
Yeah, listen.
Or is she dead? I never know anymore.
Acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney.
It is a CNN clip, so no idea. That, and you know what? Who cares? But that's so goddamn funny, dude. That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, the way that he talks to people, it does show how he grew up.
Yeah, it's not necessarily him being an asshole. It's just he grew up rich. He grew up rich, so he is an asshole because of that.
Extremely rich.
You know, that's really what it is. Everyone's like, oh, he doesn't give a shit about you. It's like, yeah, because he grew up rich.
I would have made such a good rich kid.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I I know how to make fun of poor people. But I am one of them, so now it's like
Hey,
just like I would make a good skinny athletic person.
Dude,
because
I would
know how
make
to make fun of fat people.
Dude, I'm a fucking hell of an athlete. I would make such a good like skinny athletic person. Oh my god, dude.
My dad, when he lost like 100 pounds. Like my dad was a big
Really?
fat guy most of my life, and he lost 100 pounds and was thin from keto. He did keto. Lost 100 pounds.
Really?
And all he did was when we would go out to a restaurant is just judge the eating habits of other people at the restaurant. He'd be like, ugh, look at that slob over there. I'm like, hey man, you were fat last year. You can't do that. Like you can't kick, like nobody kicks the ladder out behind them faster on their former fat friends than somebody that used to be, that somebody gets skinny that was fat, like kicks that ladder out behind them and they're like,
yeah,
I'm skinny now.
Dude, when I go, I fluctuate, but when I lose like 15, 20 pounds, I'm a menace.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Me with a six pack? Oh my God, forget about it. I'd be fucking.
Have you ever had a six pack?
No.
I always
maybe when I was a baby.
I bet you did. I bet you were shredded.
Just like
baby.
Dude, baby Hercules? That was me.
I used to, I have a thing
that was
about
me,
him.
dude. I was baby Hercules.
Do you think you would have been able to kick his ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, dude.
My question was, how many baby Hercules do you think you could have?
I think easy, no weapons, just fisticuffs, right? Straight up. You guys know baby Hercules was the little kid who was jacked, right? But he was like 5.
Yeah, it was like child abuse that fucking the Today Show thought was cute.
I think I could easily take 10 to 12 baby Hercules.
That's my number.
Right? 10 to 12 easy.
I could do a dozen.
I think I could literally just like hold one of them by the hair.
Yeah.
And then just be like punting, like just straight up like kicking him in the face.
I asked my brother this question.
Okay.
This used to be one of my questions that I would ask.
Okay.
Like in like conversation when people are drinking. My brother said, infinite. He said, there is not an amount of baby Herculi or Hercules.
I like Herculi.
That he couldn't beat up.
Dude, it's not, to be honest, it's not an outrageous answer. It's not that outrageous. If you could eventually, you know what it is? You're eventually going to get tired, but like, could you take 100 in like a 300 type situation where like they're at the cave mouth, so like the numbers don't matter and it's just like 2 at a time are coming in?
You would
Persian army doesn't matter how big it is because they can only send 100 at a time.
Eventually, you'd get exhausted.
Exactly, or they find that secret roundabout way and then they shoot you with arrows from behind.
Yeah. We're not arming the little Herculi.
No, I'm saying, but like he comes back behind you and like kicks you in the Achilles or something like that.
Well, once
you're like, I'm down.
Once you render one of them disabled, then they're out of the game.
Also, I think to be fair, I think like, are these superhuman or these like actual like 6-year-old baby Hercules? Like, dude, I think if
They're just
100
clones
of
of
them,
him.
but I think if 100 baby Herculeses are coming at you and you kick the straight up first one in the face and kill that baby Hercules, you think a bunch of other 6-year-olds are going to be like, let's keep moving forward? Or are they going to be like, I'm good?
Oh, that's a good
I think they
question.
might be scared.
There's
They're
some
going to be like, oh
intimidation
my
there.
God, this is fucking horrible.
But no, they've been training for this.
Oh, okay. So they're, adjusted,
Yeah, they're an army.
we've taken their 6-year-old emotional state out of it.
They're coming in there with a goal, and it is to kill man.
It's to kill this one large man.
Yeah, to kill this one dude. Well, I always think about how many, if you gave me like, I don't know, like a month or two to train and put me in a high school football game
Okay.
on 10 carries, how would I do as a running back?
Dude, I think you'd score at least one touchdown.
I'd probably have like 150 yards and 2-3 touchdowns.
To be honest, I think if you sent me to a high school football game tomorrow, we're not talking like best in the country, one of those kind of things. I'm talking like an average to bad high school football team.
Middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack. I think without any training, I would dominate that game.
Me too.
Dominate it easy.
But I can only do 10 carries because I get tired easily. I'm old. Of us are operating at 100%.
I know.
I think you're sick,
I am.
and I'm sick.
Yeah, sick with
I'm sick
alcoholism.
and I'm sad. Sick with maybe.
No, that got so real.
Oh my
Your
god!
answer got
wait,
so real,
Wait,
dude.
speaking of real though, last
Yeah.
time I did your podcast, and I don't know if you guys like to flash back,
Sure.
and dwell on previous episodes, but you posted a clip of me talking about getting an underage drinking when I was 18 and having to go to like a scheduled alcohol class.
Yeah.
And people commenting were taking it so fucking seriously. They were like, "Wow, they're laughing at this guy and he
Yeah,
has
dude.
a problem." I was like, "Dude, I was 18."
People get super mad in like when we cut clips and we
Yeah.
put them out, and like people who don't listen to the pod see the clip, like that's their first experience with the podcast is they'll see like a clip of us laughing about someone doing heroin or crack or drinking till they're passing out, and they're like, this is fucking horrible. And then thankfully our fans will come in and be like, are you guys idiots?
Yeah.
We're like, okay.
And it's also like if I'm comfortable
Thank
enough
you.
to talk about it, I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah. Also, dude, this is not fucking Oprah Winfrey or whatever. Where you're, what's the one with Behind the Actor Studio where they like bare their souls and then they cry?
Oh, James Lipton.
Yep, James Lipton. This is a comedy podcast, baby, where you come on and you make jokes and you tell your tragic stories and we laugh about them.
I have some tragic Christmas stories.
Dude, I'm glad that you brought them because I want to hear them.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So
This is a Christmas episode.
I don't even know if they're tragic, but they're fun. I don't know if you knew this, but I used to when I was 16, I worked at the like Santa's Wonderland at the mall in my town, Monroeville Mall.
What did you work as?
I was the photographer guy. Like I had to wear like antlers,
Fun.
or like an elf hat.
Okay.
And I would take pictures of the kids on Santa, and I would have to, if they were crying or not smiling, I would have to do hey, come on, you gotta smile, and like shake things over, squeaky toys over the fucking camera. And I did have to fill in as Santa one time. The Santa got really sick, and I was the only option. And I,
How old are you when this is happening?
16, and
Holy
I wasn't
shit.
fat then, so I had to wear a big. I mean, I wasn't as fat then, and I had to wear a big pillow on my belly. And I also, right now, I don't have a super Santa Claus voice, but this was also when I was 16, before I had been able to drink and smoke enough to give my voice some level of gravel.
You're like, hey, come on, dude. What do you want for Christmas?
Oh yeah, what was I, a mafia henchman in the 20s?
I'm trying to do your Pittsburgh accent.
No, but
Come on, dude.
But I had to do it one time, and I'm like doing this voice. Hi, I'm Santa Claus, and like I couldn't do it. But it was the best working there because there were two Santas that worked regularly. One of them was legitimately Santa Claus. He was a dude that on his, like, when he wasn't being Santa, he was a Civil War reenactor, so he always had the big Santa Claus beard. And when he would come into the mall on his day off to like say hello, he would wear what you think Santa would wear on his day off.
What would he
He
wear?
would wear like a red and green flannel. He would wear like a red sweater vest with a green shirt under it.
Santa's got the day off today, folks.
Yeah, he was like you are somebody that loves Christmas. Our friend Colin is somebody that loves Christmas more than you do. Maybe a little too much, but this is like
Way too much.
way too much for sure.
Yeah.
But this guy is like the turning point where he's made his life and his identity fucking Santa Claus.
It's
kind of
Christmas.
crazy to me. But he is like this wholesome old man, and he was so sweet. Then there was this other guy who was bad Santa. Like the epitome of what bad Santa was. He smelled like booze. He ended up getting fired because what he would do is he had a Bluetooth in. It was when Bluetooth was fairly new.
Yeah.
And he would have it in all day while he was working under the wig, and he would be standing up, and they'd all be wondering what he was doing. He's like, I'm just stretching my legs, and then he'd be on phone calls, like talking. So then one of the
Going back to the North Pole.
yeah, he's like, let me get $2,000 on the Jets. No, you know I'm good for it, Tony. But we used to have to walk the Santa Claus back to the dressing room because they were getting their asses kicked. Like it was mostly the Easter bunnies.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because at the mall, like young kids would think it was funny that fresh after they
Oh, that's so funny.
it was like, dude, you believed he was real 3 years ago. Now you're trying to kick his ass and throw him into a trash can. But he was talking to me and he's telling me this story. He's like, brother, last night I was at Hula Hands and I ran into 3 of the young chicks that sat on my lap and took a picture. And I said, hey, you girls were sitting on my lap last night, or you girls were sitting on my lap earlier today. You want to do it? You want to sit on my lap again? And they were like shocked. They were like, what? And then he told them that he was the Santa Claus earlier that day.
Oh my God.
And I was like, dude, that's like not okay. I was like, make sure our boss doesn't hear about that. He's like, I don't give a shit. And that was the last day I saw him there.
He got fired?
He got fired, but they said that they fired him because he was constantly on his Bluetooth and arguing with everybody. And he swore.
Was he the one who got called out sick that made you be Santa?
Probably.
Yeah, he was the one who was drunk. He wasn't sick. He was definitely drunk.
He was hungover.
And like, I can't. No, I was drunk yesterday.
But like, he definitely had the DTs all the time. He smelled like booze.
Dude.
He had like a smoker's voice and like said fuck in front of kids. Like,
Yeah,
he
what the
swore in
fuck do
front
you
of the
want?
kids.
What do you want for fucking Christmas?
It wasn't like that, but it would be like when the kids were in line and he's like talking to me and he's like, hey, how many more minutes of this shit we got? When's break? I'm like, all right, dude.
Oh, that's so funny.
He
dude.
was awesome.
That's so funny. Oh,
But it was
my
crazy.
God.
It's like one day you go there and it's this angel of a man, and then
Oh, and what would you like for? He's got like an Irish accent
Somehow-
out of nowhere,
just
dude.
Irish Santa.
Dude, that's so fucking
Wait,
funny.
is that your Santa Claus voice? Is an Irish accent?
Yeah, he's like he talks Irish all of a sudden. He's like, "What would you like for Christmas, you little boy?" It sounds like I got marbles in my mouth, dude. I'm not in a good way.
You are not
I'm
in a
fucking.
good place.
I'm fucking. I think I got a head cold. This is not good. Being fucking talking in everybody's ear.
How old were you when you stopped believing in Santa Claus?
What do you mean?
Oh no.
I don't know. Like maybe. You know what? I'll tell you this, Ray. Probably too old.
Really?
Probably too old. 13, maybe.
No shit.
Yeah.
What a loser, dude.
I don't know, dude.
That's too
probably
old,
too
buddy.
old.
That's way too old.
I mean, I'm fucking. I remember being on the bus, fucking fighting for my life, being like, no, you know what? If you don't want to believe, that's on you.
Yeah.
But when you wake up and there are no presents under the tree, the true believers.
You were like Al Gore talking about that hoax global warming.
Dude, I'm like present day Westboro Baptist Church. I'm on the bus. I'm just like, dude, you know what? If you don't want to believe, you will not be saved. Okay? I'm a true believer, and that's all I have to say about it.
I quit believing Santa was real when I was like 8 or 9.
Why? Was
And
there a
then-
reason?
I just found out. And then I faked for 2 years because I felt bad. Because my mom was like, hey, are you ready for what Santa's going to get you? Santa's going to get you this. It's going to be fun. And I was like, this fucking poor bitch thinks I still believe. I gotta keep up. Well, I had to keep up the magic because I felt bad. I didn't want to like break her heart.
Absolutely.
And then
dude.
eventually I had to be like, Ma, I'm 30. I don't. No, but eventually I was like, hey, I don't believe in that anymore.
We got kids now in the house, my nieces, but So we're gonna have to like. I'm excited to like play up the big Santa Claus thing this year because my one niece is old enough where I think she understands and kind of gets what's happening.
Now, for any reason this podcast sounds a little disjointed or jumpy, it's because fucking Sneezy McGee over here can't quit sneezing, blowing his nose.
Dude, I don't know what it is. I woke up with a head cold. We got to get a pot out. We got to get it out. So listen, this is what I'm doing. I'm sacrificing myself, my health, and my well-being for your fucking ears.
Well, I haven't stopped once, and I have to throw up a little bit, probably. I don't feel great.
So, dude, this is what I was going to say, though, was that we got, my niece is in the house. So, like, she, I think, understands now what Santa is. So we got to be, like, really... I've been dressing up like Santa. Hopefully she won't listen to this pod, At 2 years old, she won't hear that. But I dress up like Santa.
I hope that's not your fucking demographic here.
It's just 3-year-olds.
Just a bunch of 2-year-olds listening to all your fucking, so I got caught with cocaine. And these whores are sniffing it off my titties. Actually, I did listen to the Big T episode.
It's so good, dude. We got to get him back on. But, dude, so I dress up like Santa. And I think this year will be the third time I've been Santa for like my nieces. The first year, Eloise was like lost her goddamn mind, dude. Because you know what it is? It's kind of terrifying. Like I left, and then just a strange man. I like do the whole thing. I leave, and I come in the door, and I knock. I like knock on the front door. So like she's like a year old, and they come out and they're like, "Oh, who is it? Oh, it's Santa." And dude, we got a picture. She's just like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, she has very little context.
And then I'm like holding her in the picture, and I got like a big beard, and she like looks at me, just fucking starts screaming.
Yeah, here's this new fat dude dressed like an asshole.
Oh my God. So this year though, first year, but my whole point is saying that my mom still will give us each a present from Santa.
Yeah, my mom does too. For sure.
So funny. I love it though. It is nice. And then she'll like write on it like with marker directly on the package. Like it'll be like scribble like Santa.
Well, that's cute. They're still hanging on to a little bit of the fact
I love
that
it,
children.
dude. I really like it.
I don't. Every year I go, Mom, are you for real? Is this Santa or is this just fucking you? Because I'm pretty sure this was just you.
Yo, I hate liars, Mom. I hate liars.
My cousin was like pissed when she found out
Really?
Santa Claus. She felt like betrayed that her family lied to her.
With one person in all of history.
Well, I remember my mom was in line one time at a department store, and there was a kid behind her with her parent, and she was like, "Hey, what's you excited for Christmas? What's Santa?" My mom just being sweet, like, "What's Santa gonna get you?" And the mom was just like, "Oh, we don't do that shit. We don't do that Santa stuff." And my mom was like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." and then the lady was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I don't want somebody getting credit for some shit I bought my kids."
Oh my
God.
God.
I was like, "All right, well, hey, nice talking to you, nice chat." You know what I don't like is when people do stuff like that, when like the easier thing, like societally and socially, is to just be like, ignore it. Even ignore my mom.
Well, yeah, like there's no reason for that woman to engage. Like your mom says that and she goes, "Oh yeah, thank you," and leaves. Instead, she's like, "No, we don't believe in that shit." And your mom's like, "Oh, really?" And then she's like spouting her fucking opinions and ideals on you. Not cool.
Well,
I don't like it.
I just don't know why. I don't know. I had something. This is pretty off topic, but it just floated into my mind.
Dude, does it have to do with Christmas?
No.
That I don't even want to hear about it.
I was at I go to this bar for my girlfriend's birthday, and like I had just got done doing this show at this rehab center for 2 people, and I get to her.
Dude, that's a good thing. Not a lot of people in rehab.
No, they were there. They just had no time for comedy. I get to the bar, and like the first thing I do is like, "Oh, I gotta take a piss." Right?
Yeah.
You know, you're going across the city, and I open the door, and there's just a dude shitting, and I'm like, and I shut the door. But it was one that had a bath or a toilet and 2 urinals, but there was no like thing blocking the toilet. But right when I open the door, he's shitting, and he's like, "Oh," he's like, you're good," like to come in, and I was like, "No, man," and I yell at him. I was like, "Hey, man, we're not in prison. You're allowed to take a shit in peace, buddy." What's it like?
Come on in.
Did he think I wanted to stand there and piss next to some stinky dude?
Dude, it should be illegal. Is this a bathroom that doesn't have a door on the stall?
Well, it's like a it's when you go to a Sheetz or something and there's just like a 1-person bathroom
And
they have a toilet and a urinal.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Dude, I'll tell you, you go to a bar, I think it should be illegal for bars to not have stalls with doors. Like, they should be floor-to-ceiling door, like, perfect. You know what I mean?
I disagree.
I think they have to be floor-to-ceiling, like an enclosed, private bathroom, so you can have some privacy. I think that's a huge selling point.
If I owned a bar, I would just have urinals in the men's room. I don't want any man shits in my bar. Now, I know how that can backfire.
Yeah, because people are shitting in the urinals.
I know that can backfire.
You're going to be coming into a lot of fucking dookies in the urinals.
Man shits.
Ugh.
I don't want man shits.
Oh, buddy. They're yeah.
I don't know. That just popped into my. I also one time at a rest stop, or like it wasn't really a rest stop. It was like a Sunoco where they have the one bathroom that you have to. The entrance is outside.
Yeah.
And I opened the door. There was no lock on the door, and I open it, and it's just like this big, muscular, tatted up Mexican dude. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he walks back out, and he was like, "Don't worry, brother. Hey, no harm to me. I was locked up for 6 years." And I'm like, "Okay, man, just say, hey,
no worries,
harm, no foul.
No worries. See you later." Because what is that? Is that an invitation? He's like, "Hey, I've seen a lot of stuff go down in the bathrooms. You want to go back in?"
Hey, the smell's almost gone. If you want to come in there and blow me. I think I have a face or a presence that people overshare to me.
You got to walk around with a little bit more of a grimace.
Me?
I think sometimes I have that too, where people want to tell me things, or people approach me on the street to ask me questions. That's why I've started walking around with a just kind of like a resting bitch face.
You need that in New York.
Yeah. Because otherwise, you're giving strangers directions on how to get to Sbarro's.
I smile too much, and I'm a fucking mark.
Yeah. My brother was just telling me, he calls me and he's like, "Dylan, I saw this documentary about gangbangers in very bad areas." And, they interviewed these gangbangers and they said, "What are some things that you look for in a mark and a target?" And these gangbangers said, if someone's walking with purpose, and it doesn't matter what they look like, if they're walking with purpose, shoulders up, head up, and they look like they're going to be somewhere, we don't mess with them. And he's like, "Dylan, so just, wherever you're going, walk with purpose." And I was like, "Hey, thanks, Lucas."
We're out here stabbing and mugging people, but if we could tell a guy's about to be late to a meeting, we don't want to bother him. Is that the mentality of also gangbangers? Is hilarious that he was saying gangbangers.
It's the interview. They were like, "We're going down to a rough area in the city, and we're going to interview some gangbangers today." I don't even know where that term comes from. Gangbangers? Is banging like killing? So like gangbangers are like
a gangbang,
gangs who kill other gangs?
You're asking the wrong fucking guy. I was never in a gang.
Dude, I don't know, man.
That I can talk about.
Dude, one time, I will tell you this. One time when I remember there was this movie, it was called like the Butterscotch Gang or something like that. Some like weird fucking kids movie that I remember watching. I remember watching as a kid. I swear to God, dude, the movie, it was like these just kids. They were like 12, and they were in this like gang, they called themselves. They were like, "We're the Butterscotch Gang." And it was like a good thing. They were probably fucking going to church and shit like that. I'm watching it as like, 7 years old, 8 years old, whatever. We go to school like a week later, and there is a police officer and also like, listen, I went to fucking Catholic school.
Yeah.
So like in the middle of Long Island, and this police officer comes in and he was like, "All right, everybody, today we're going to talk about things to avoid on the streets." And I was like outside of my mom's house, we're like 12, we're young. Okay. We're like 6th grade. And I remember I asked him, he's talking about gangs, and I raised my hand. And I go, "Well, what about he goes, all gangs are bad. All gangs." And I was like, "Well, I saw this movie called The Butterscotch Gang, and they seem really good." And he literally looked at me and goes, "Doesn't matter. If the gang is in the term, it's a bad group of guys." And I was like,
Jesus
what
Christ.
the fuck? I think about that now.
Was it great?
What?
Was it the great program? Gang resistance education and training?
Dude, I don't know. It was probably, to be honest, it was probably like someone's uncle or a guy who was breaking the rules, and then they would as punishment made him go speak at a middle school.
Like a scared straight program.
Yeah, they were like, hey, listen, Frank, you've been drunk one too many times on the job, and you keep fucking turning your lights on and running through lights, so you gotta...
Would you remember Dare?
You gotta go talk to these middle school kids. Yeah, I remember Dare.
Well, our Dare officer got in trouble for, like, statutory rape.
Oh,
my
God,
It was like fucking,
dude.
like, 15, 16-year-old girls.
You serious?
Yeah. And
Holy shit.
and I remember like seeing that on the news. Like, I'm definitely fucking smoking some weed now. Yeah.
Just this guy's work just loses all credibility.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin.
Rightfully so.
Kevin, call somebody up. Let's get an 8-ball because this fucking guy.
Turns out that everything he said, we should do the opposite of that.
Fuck people your own age and do drugs. That's
Hey,
go completely
that's
against what that asshole
fucking
said.
nuts. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. Well, we had a lot of that shit because I did not go to a Catholic school. I went to a very public school.
Really?
Very public, and I mean, we had security guards in junior high. Like we had to watch
Really?
the metal detectors in junior high.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
We did not.
yeah. And we also had like an on-duty police officer.
Really?
Yeah, I forget. I think his name was like Officer Locke, and he would wear these.
Like you pretending like you don't know his name, like you had to fucking see
know.
him so many times, dude.
I did. I wasn't bad. I mean, I was like a cut up in school, but
It's a cut up.
just like somebody that goofs around, jokes
Okay,
around a
okay.
lot. But I was very. It was like innocent joking around. I mean, I would get in trouble with teachers, but I wasn't like the kids that were a fucking danger to society.
Yeah.
That were at my school, and there was Officer Locke wore those. Because I remember my dad somehow saw him, or I told him about it.
Yeah.
And he wore these gloves that were like a little bit puffy leather gloves. And my dad was like, oh, those are sand. Those are gloves that have like sand in them. And those are so they don't like leave welts when they're punching on people.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, dude. The Turtle Creek was one of the neighborhoods that I lived in. There was a Turtle Creek fair that happened every year, and this same police officer like choke slammed a chick there.
Holy
Like a
shit.
young girl, dude. It was awesome.
Dude, sand in the glove. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that is nuts.
They do that so
man.
they can like hit up or like punch up on people, and it lightens the chance of like, leaving bruises and stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was nice at first, but you could tell he had like a mean
Got some
streak.
demons.
Yeah, well, he was one of those cops that got into it probably for the wrong reasons.
Because he wanted to beat people up.
Yeah, I remember we had
Steal drug money.
He was. Did you see that John Barenthal in that We Own This City?
Yeah.
He was that guy.
No.
No, I wish that would have been fucking awesome.
That's based on a real character.
It is
Just him,
based on a
that
real guy.
That's so funny, dude.
No, you know that is a true story. That
I never
We Own
saw
This
it.
City. Oh, you didn't?
No.
Dude, you should fucking watch it.
What is it? What city is it about?
Baltimore,
Oh. Yeah.
Baltimore,
The Wire.
Baltimore. Wire's great too.
Yeah.
You don't like The Wire?
Never seen it. I had started it. I couldn't get into
Well,
it.
that's a good way to be.
What?
To like have like an opinion about something that you know nothing about. That's what you just did right there.
No, I started. I couldn't get into it. You know.
But that doesn't mean it's bad.
No, I didn't like it.
It just
so
means that you're vapid.
Okay, listen, dude. Relax.
You watch every Harry Potter movie like 6 times.
I've seen,
and you can't
well, no, I mean, listen.
enjoy The Wire.
I started it. I watched a couple episodes. I got HBO. I should watch it. Yeah, to be honest, that's the reason I watched The Sopranos is so I could have an opinion on it because everyone's like, "Oh, Sopranos, greatest show of all time."
Do you disagree?
I do.
Really?
Yeah, it's fine. I also think that Gandolfini, good actor, great actor. I think this is not really like playing like an Italian mobster is not very difficult.
I think
I could do that, dude.
I don't think
I think
you could.
I could do what Gandolfini's doing. I think there's a ton of actors who could do what he did in that movie, and there are a ton of actors who are doing that. I don't think
true.
I don't think there are actors who could do what Bryan Cranston did, but not the way he did it.
I'm sure there are actors that could do what James Gandolfini did, but what he brought to that role wasn't just him playing a mob boss.
Yeah.
It was him playing a mob boss that is also dealing with mental health issues and showing that on screen and also trying to balance family life with being a mafioso.
I mean, all he does
it's a little more complicated.
I get it, but I've seen it. But all he does is walk around, and then he's like very quiet, and then all of a sudden he explodes, and he goes, "Well, what do you want for breakfast?
What the fuck's the roast turkey?"
Exactly. Where the gabagool? And then he faints, and it's like, okay. I mean, I could do that, dude.
You're really oversimplifying.
I could do that,
One of the
dude.
greatest American television shows that ever existed.
I'll tell you, Luke gets real mad. We have this conversation all the time, but I truly believe it. Like, it's a fine show. It's good. I just don't think it's the best show of all time.
Name a better show besides Breaking Bad.
The Stranger Things.
I really love Stranger Things. I can't argue that. You hit me below the belt there. You hit me below the belt there.
Like,
Rock.
there are, like, I think there are shows that I will give The Sopranos its credit. Like, I think it's the first show with like that anti-hero. You don't get Breaking Bad without kind of The Sopranos starting that genre of these long form character development, like real, like it's all about the character, not necessarily about the story so much. It's about the character development, and the story kind of takes second place or whatever.
Yeah.
Is secondary. So I don't think you get like a lot of the shows that we have without The Sopranos kind of being the front runner. And
that's a good. I like that take.
You know, because you think about it, all the shows now are so character driven.
So you know that you don't get this with like they always say, like you wouldn't get The Office without the Larry Sanders Show, or you wouldn't get like certain things that are pioneers. I recently heard a statement like that that I totally fucking disagree with.
What was it?
So I just I posted a clip from my podcast, Brand New Jerks, with
Nice plug, subtle.
where we were talking about A Christmas Story, the movie, and I fucking hate that movie.
Yeah, I don't
so
think it's a
much.
good movie either.
And
I don't like it.
Somebody commented, "Sure, it's not in my top 5, but without A Christmas Story, you wouldn't have movies like Home Alone." And I said
That is totally wrong.
absolute bullshit.
Totally wrong.
Like John Hughes is like a great.
You don't have Home Alone without John Hughes. You don't have
Sure.
that whole thing. Like, yeah, but no, I don't think.
Like John Hughes was a phenomenal writer, and like I don't think he pulled from A Christmas Story to fucking write Home Alone.
Absolutely not. I don't think so either. What is your Well, what's your top Christmas movies?
I have a top 3.
Top 3. What is it?
It is It's a Wonderful Life.
Fair.
It is The Santa Claus,
Okay.
and then it's Christmas Vacation.
Interesting. Okay. My top 3 is probably It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone, Lost in New York, and then The Santa Claus.
Home Alone. This is the Santa Claus is
4 is probably Elf, and then The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know?
Those are all good. Those are all solid, and those are all
Solid 5.
far superior to A Christmas Story.
If you can count all of the Office Christmas episodes as a movie, that is number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
That's what I do every year. Me and my brother, we watch all the Office Christmases.
that's a good tradition.
Yeah.
I think Home Alone 2 Lost in New York is more of a Christmas movie than Home Alone 1.
I agree. It's definitely like in New York, like during Christmas, they see the tree. He goes to this fake Christmas, the toy store, whatever it's called, Gimbals.
Duncan's Toy Chest.
Duncan's Toy Chest.
I was just watching it
Gimbals
last night.
is Elf. Yeah.
Drunk at 3 a.m. I was watching it. Is
that why you were late today?
No, I wasn't late today. I'm always on time.
Yeah. No,
Well,
you know what? You were on time. I was late.
Thank you.
In my own apartment.
Late to your own fucking apartment.
Yeah. You know, what are you going to do? That is my yeah. I gotta watch them. I haven't watched any Christmas movies.
I've watched a couple.
I gotta get into it.
It's really nice because my girlfriend doesn't have a movie background. She doesn't watch movies.
That's
Dude, she
Yikes.
told me a story. She was like, she's like, I'm pretty bad with it. Here's how bad I am with it. Is that I was at an event because she's in musical theater, which I think is also weird that like she's like
has no movie background.
Yeah, has no movie knowledge or pop culture knowledge.
Yeah.
Is that she was talking to this guy at an event for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
She's working the event. The guy's attending the event. It's a pretty swanky big event. And after, like, there's like 3 people that were standing there watching her, and they're like shocked, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's so crazy that you were just talking to him for that long." And she's like, "What? What are you talking about?" They're like, "Do you not know who that is?" It was Steve Martin. Who's like,
get the fuck out of here, dude.
Steve Martin transcends
Oh my
almost
God.
every media. I mean, he is as mainstream as it gets.
Yeah,
I
dude.
was like, how don't you know Steve Martin?
That's
She's like, I don't know, I
insane.
just didn't know.
That's
who he was.
insane.
Yeah.
How do you not like ever like how do you live a life and never even like see a reference to Steve Martin.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Like you could even not see his movies, not see him on SNL, and still know who he is.
But I will tell you, the cool thing is she's not like against movies
That
or
is
anything.
nice.
She just doesn't watch them. So I get to show her like all of these classics. And it's like nice to get to rewatch them myself.
That is pretty nice.
She'd never seen Christmas Vacation, and we just watched that.
I like Christmas Vacation. The vacation movies I don't love in terms of like being in my top of holiday movies.
Oh, really?
I think they are some of the not. I think they're some of the worst. It's it's National Lampoon, so it's not John Hughes.
John Hughes did Christmas Vacation.
Is it? He did, right? Yeah. Okay. I think it's some of the worst John Hughes.
Really?
Yeah.
It's toward the bottom of my John Hughes.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't mention this already about Christmas. I have not to get too dark, but my dad did recently pass away. So like I've been getting I tell stories about him a lot in general.
Sorry, what happened? I stopped listening.
My dad croaked, but it's okay. It's okay to make a fucking mockery of
I'm
a
so
man
sorry.
that was 62 years old and fucking died alone with nothing. And I've been like
Christmas.
I've been having like random, memories come
back
and pop back because you're thinking about them, you're overthinking about them. And last night I was just telling this story. I remember going to Hooters with my dad when I was a kid because he loved taking me to Hooters because what he would do is we would sit across the table from each other and he'd be like, "Hey Ray, start coloring there and see if she'll help you." So the waitress would sit next to me and sit in there, and I was kind of a cute kid, and so she would sit there and help me color, and my dad would be able to flirt with her and look down her shirt.
Oh my god, dude!
Hooters was where we went for my brother's 16th birthday.
Oh my
and
god!
My dad got him a 6-pack of Miller High Life Pounders, and my dad and his buddy Jimmy Mack were in the.
This is 16.
Yeah, and so I'm 5 years younger than my brother, so I'm 11. Yeah. So they're driving in the front seat of the van, and me and my brother are in the back of the van. And Mike's drinking the Pounders in the back on our way to Hooters. And I remember saying, hey, he's not old enough to drink. And I'm like snitching and ratting him out. And my dad's like, Mike, give him a sip of your beer. See if, let him try it. And then I did, and it shut me up. But I'm 11. So,
oh god, dude.
But what I was getting at is I remember the one time we were at Hooters and I'm sitting at the table and my dad goes to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And he comes out and he's laughing hysterically. He's like, Ray, you gotta see this. Look at this guy. And he comes over with this guy because it was around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And he goes, check out his belt. This guy got a mistletoe belt on. How funny is that? And I was like, yeah, that's really funny. But I'm like a kid. Like, I'm really young. He's like, dude, it's fucking hilarious. And then my dad's like asking me, he's like, hey, has it worked yet? He's like, you better be careful, Ray. You're right about that height.
Oh my. Oh, that's so fucking funny, dude. Holy shit, dude. That's so funny.
And I mean, it's why I think my dad would have been happy with because he didn't want my dad didn't want a funeral.
Yeah.
It was like in his wishes, and we all stood out. We were all outside at one point, like 7-8 of us, by his buddy Hoove's truck, drinking, like chugging beers and like ripping Black Velvet, like we were at a fucking Steelers tailgate, and then we go back in. And like it was kind of like the excuse that everybody was using, it's Paul's funeral. It's what he would have wanted. And the guy that so I gave a eulogy, and then after they had this priest go up, and he was, I don't know how to say it. He was not
couldn't read the room.
He couldn't read the room or probably read English as well as most people. He was foreign.
Okay.
And my dad's not like. I don't know. My dad would have.
I think we know what you're
if my father was there, he would have been making fun of what happened. Like the guy, he's speaking with like a heavy accent. Nobody can really understand what he's saying. He was like, and Paul, if you knew him, he was somebody that could light up a room, and it is with God now that he. My dad doesn't even believe in God. And then at one point he like takes this little bottle and starts splashing water on my dad's fucking corpse. And we all just start dying laughing. And like I'm looking at my brother and we're like, and my sister leans over to me while they're splashing the water. And my sister was like, I'm surprised that holy water didn't sizzle when it hit your dad's skin.
Dude, that's so fucking funny. Holy shit.
But it was like even last night I was with my cousin who, you know, is my dad's niece.
Yeah.
But through like marriage, they're not blood related.
Yeah.
But she was, and my parents are since divorced. But she was she was close with my dad, like knew my dad enough as a kid, and she was like, I kind of feel guilty because like the week of his funeral, I was kind of using him as an excuse at work and telling people like, I'm just not going to be able to do this today. You know, I'm just kind of dealing with some stuff. I got to leave early. My uncle, passed away, so I'm kind of dealing with it. And I was like, honestly, first of all, you probably were. You probably were upset about it.
Yeah.
But secondly, if my dad could do anything in the afterlife or in death, what he would want is to get people out of work. You know what I mean? Like he would want you to. He'd be like, dude, use me for a couple years, man. Fuck.
Dude, that's so funny. Can I tell you my Hooters story? We went one time. We went to go back to your Hooters story. It's not as good as yours, but dude, so weird. My Hooters story, yours is fun. Mine is weird. Wow. Mine is weird. I remember we were on like a road trip. This is like a road trip from hell. It's my parents, my two brothers, and we took our station wagon down like to South Carolina. Dude, this is supposed to take 12 hours. It took us like 25 hours to drive down to South Carolina. Okay? Like there was a point where one night, like the first
Is that
night,
an exaggeration?
No, it literally took us like double the amount of time. Because we had to stop, like, dude, it was one of those trips, like an hour in, my youngest brother, who's like 6 at the time, I'm like probably 12, it's like 9, 12, 6, you know? Like an hour in, we're on the Jersey Turnpike, and my brother pukes all over himself.
Oh my God.
So it's like one of those trips, like nothing was going right. We were driving. At one point, it starts pouring rain, and our car, we had an old station wagon, the car in the back, when it rained too hard, it would like leak through the floor. Shit. So I remember, dude, it was like leaking up through the floor and my feet are getting wet, and we're all kids and we're like, when are we stopping? It's like 1 a.m, and for some reason none of these hotels had vacancy. So we're pulling in, exit after exit. My mom's like crying. My dad's like, we're going to the next one.
Your dad just white knuckling.
He's like, fucking let's go, dude.
He's Chris Farley on the bus in Billy Madison.
Dude, we're all crying. We finally but it was one of these things, like it was like day 2 in this road trip where we're at like our second hotel of driving to like fucking South Carolina.
Yeah.
You know, this turned into a 3-day road trip. We stop at a hotel and there's a Hooters there. And like, I'm like 13 probably. It was probably like, I'm like 13 maybe. And we go in and my mom's like, let's go to Hooters. I'm like, all right, great. I'm like, but I'm also at an age where I'm like, I know that that's cool, but I'm also like, I don't want to go with my mom and dad.
Well, there was never an age where you didn't think boobs were
awesome. I'm like, Hooters. I thought it was like, I'm also at an age where I'm like, oh, it's like a strip club.
Even
it's
babies like tits.
It's like a strip club. It's probably more than most people.
Yeah. No more than me, dude.
Fucking knock that out of a baby's mouth.
Yeah. Give me that titty, baby.
So, dude, we go in. I remember we're sitting down and I'm like looking around and everything. And I'm like, oh, cool. And I remember like the waitress comes over. And you know how they have all like the posters of the Hooter girls like all over the walls. And I remember like we give our orders or whatever. And my mom goes, so, Dylan, what is your type of girl? Like,
wait, how old are you?
I'm like 12, 13. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like the blonde with the huge tits.
Which one?
She's like, what's your type? And I was just like, this is so uncomfortable.
Hey, Dylan, are you more of a perky breasted?
Oh God,
a fan of perky tits or?
Dude, it was it's freaking.
I just found this. This is in my phone. This is a picture I'm showing him of me as a little boy at Hooters.
Oh my God,
with a Cordell Stewart jersey on, and then there's my fat dad. That was when he was fat, and he was hitting on, for some reason.
Why do they all got black T-shirts? The Hooters black T-shirts?
I don't know. Maybe it was a Steelers thing.
Oh, probably.
And it's me and his buddies went there the one time for a Steelers game, and he was hitting on the manager.
With the red
and
shirt.
Look how fucking young she looks.
Oh
dude.
my god, dude.
But
probably 21.
Yeah,
maybe
probably a fresh 21.
You got to send that to me. I'll post it.
Okay,
I'll post it to the episode.
But my dad was hitting on the manager, and she like, I think it was one of those things where when you go to a strip club and the girl that you want to see naked the most is the bartender who's not going to strip.
Yeah.
And I think my dad was like,
that's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, so we're almost at an hour. Do you want to wrap up with a couple videos?
Yeah, let's
do a little. Hey, this is something we're gonna do. We talked about it for a while. I'm talking about it with Mike, where we're doing a little bit of a Troublemaker of the Week. Little action, dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
We'll hopefully have a better sound intro. But this is something, so we'll play a couple videos, just react to them. I have not seen these videos yet, neither has Ray, but I found them. This one's called Christmas Fight in Columbus, Ohio, Easton Mall. So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Pods, yeah, this might not be as fun for you. But if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have the video up. So to describe the scene, it's we're in like a Macy's type store. There's a bunch of ladies that are kind of squaring off, very 300 style. A lot of yelling.
Oh, they're pissed.
Oh, security's here.
Somebody got the last tickle me Elmo.
Oh shit. Someone lost their pants.
This fucking poor security guard, dude. This is not in the job description.
Can you imagine making fucking $12 an hour and have to break up 10 women fighting each other?
And those are big-bodied women, dude.
They're not small women. They're not small ladies.
That's like one of those little referees trying to pull a bunch of offensive linemen off of a pile.
All right, come on, break it up, boys.
Yeah.
Break it up. Oh. Yo.
I just heard an "oh hell no," which I love.
Dude, you know how ladies wear those they look like swimsuits, the bodysuits?
Yeah.
And they clip underneath like your groin, under your vagina?
It's like an
ladies,
adult onesie.
to our fucking two ladies who listen to the podcast probably.
Yeah, you know those pussy clip outfits that y'all wear?
You know what I was Well, this one lady had an unclip, literally unclip, and
Hell
she's
yeah.
running through. That lady right there. Oh,
Holy shit.
Damn, dude. Get off my daughter. Oh, God.
This is awesome. How are there just more women coming in?
Dude, I've never seen so much animal print in a fight in my life. Oh, shit.
Is that a dude getting punched?
No, that's a lady.
Oh.
Lady punching ladies.
It's a little bit sexy.
Yo. Merry Christmas, baby.
I just hear random glass shattering. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Yo.
That was fun.
That's so fun, dude. I love a little fucking Merry Christmas, baby.
Man, I've never seen that at a...
That was reckless.
And
that was
I
reckless as hell, dude.
I worked at a pretty wild mall where I was Santa. I told you there would be... Like, you know what's fucked up, though? Is you're that security guard.
Yeah.
And you are probably... Let's say max you're making $15 an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Max you're making $15 an hour.
Not much.
In your job description, you're like, yeah, sometimes I got to go there. I got to just make sure people aren't shoplifting. I got to, make sure the kids aren't doing fucked up things to the fountain. And then it's like, no, you have to break up a brawl between about a dozen 235-pound women that are swinging for the fences.
Yeah.
Some of these broads, it does not look like it's their first rodeo. They know how to bang.
They know how to bang.
And they are swinging on each other. These are Ohio chicks, dude.
Dude, that is reckless shit, man. I love that. All right, we got...
I'm punching a woman in that situation, by the way.
Oh, probably. You
have
gotta.
to.
You gotta. Or you gotta just leave.
Like if I get caught in that melee, you're going to...
Oh, yeah. All right, got two more.
And Mama, if you're listening, I never punch a woman.
All right, this one is...
Coming to a stop.
We got a cop pulling over a car.
Is this Christmas?
I think so. Doesn't look like it's in the United States.
Oh, yeah, because he went around to the wrong side of the...
Step out of the vehicle, please, sir. Step out of the vehicle, please. We didn't pass it.
Working.
This is the guy I worked with at the mall.
Dude, he's dressed up like Santa and he's wasted. And he goes, what have you been doing tonight? Working.
Boy. Oh, it's not enough.
This has got to be fake.
No way, dude.
Time of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 4. Santa needs to relieve himself.
Dancing.
Oh yeah, no, this is
No, he's not.
Nah, dude.
Dude, this is fucking
This
fake.
might be fake, dude.
No, whoa, no, don't.
Yeah, he's
this is
kidding.
fake.
This is fake.
I mean, still funny as hell, dude.
Still good.
You know you want to sit on this dick, you naughty boy. It's all right. I don't care.
Do you know why I think
sit on my knee.
Do you know what makes me think it's fake?
What?
Is how good the sound is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how did that Santa get out of the car with a lapel mic on?
It's not very well, you know.
Yeah, this is fake, dude. He's
Yeah.
got a dead reindeer in the back. All
We've
right.
been had.
We've been had. All right, I got one more.
Yeah, what are you gonna show me next? Fucking Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton. Hey, let's see what happened in this mall.
I got one more that is not Christmas related, and then we'll wrap up. But this is from the Reddit r/drunk Russian, and my brother sent it to me.
All right, let's see it.
And it's a lady just standing in front of traffic, blocking traffic. Okay.
What just happened?
Did you see
Somebody
that?
hit her with a cone.
Someone comes up and fucking knocks her out with a
I can't
cone.
see it. It's bad. It's poor quality. Yo, those motherfucking cones are heavy, dude.
How funny is that shit, dude? Yeah, nails her right in the head, dude. Oh,
Good for him.
yeah. I think the ladies in the mall fight are the official troublemakers of the week.
Oh my god.
I think they are the official troublemakers of the week. Definitely.
They were just trying to find a Turbo Man.
Dude, that's a I rewatched that movie and it's not good.
Dude,
It does not
okay.
hold up.
I've been saying for years that's in my
It's
top
fucking bad.
that's in my top 5 Christmas movies because I love Sinbad, I love Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And me and Natalie watched
It's bad.
it is fucking
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger coming in being like, I have to work. I'm sorry.
it's rough, dude. He's
It's bad, dude.
yeah.
It's bad. What's his name who died? Who's the
Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman, yes. He's so good in it.
He's
though.
so good in everything.
He's so good.
He has the Arnold has the thing in the
Oh,
beginning
hey,
of the
just
movie.
Putting the star on the tree for you.
Oh yeah.
So
when Arnold has the "You're my number one customer," and he keeps saying it, and then he accidentally says it to his wife when he's like stuck at work. You're my number one customer.
Dude, I got to rewatch it. It's bad, but I'll rewatch it.
There was a great thing, and I'm not.
What is it called?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
And
Yes.
it's on HBO Max. And I'm not
course,
gonna
dude.
steal the bit here. But my friend once showed me this thing that they had on Opie and Anthony years ago.
Yeah.
Where Patrice O'Neal is going off about how Arnold Schwarzenegger in every movie they just try to ignore the fact that he's like from Austria and that he has very little grasp of the English language, and they give him names like Ben Richards, and he's there talking. He's like, "My name's Ben Richards." You know what I mean? Like he's always like, "I'm from Denver."
yeah. It's so fucking funny.
Really funny bit.
Oh man, dude. Okay, we're an hour. You ready to wrap up,
Let's do it.
dude?
Let's get out of here.
Hey, thank you for coming by. Thanks for being the fucking guest host today.
Yeah, no
tell the
problem.
people where they can find you, what they can see you on, and what you got going on.
Yeah, you can find me at Ray B. Killin'em on all social media. There I'm posting stand-up clips and clips from my podcast, as I mentioned before, the brand new Jerks that I do with Sean Donnelly. So check me out there. Follow me. Be my friend.
Hell yeah, dude. And Troublemakers is out every Wednesday. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Troublemakers. At Dylan Krasinski on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Give me a follow. Hey, and if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Pod, I see the people who are leaving comments, leaving 5-star reviews. Really appreciate it. If you're listening, go on down. Just give us a little 5-star, baby. I really appreciate it, especially the person who said, hey, giving this a 5-star just because Dylan told me to. Hey, I see it, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's all it needs. I love it, dude. I love it. Shout out to you, my man. I couldn't see who left the comment because there wasn't a name attached, but I appreciate it, my man.
Merry Christmas.
Or one lady who listens to the pod. Yeah, that's it. Next week, we're not going to have an episode out, but we will be putting an episode out. It'll be a best of. So I cut together a bunch of clips from this past year, some of our best stories, some of our best guests, and it'll be an episode out, but it won't be a new one. And then we'll be back in January. So give it a listen next week if you like. It's a best of recap. And we'll see you in January. Have a good Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa, baby. Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas, okay? Hey, we'll see you later. Good night.